What is going on, travelers? Today I'm going to teach you about combat. When we touch down, there's going to be a thing I'm going to want you to do way before you do anything else. I'm going to need you to go to your options menu. I need you to go into network, and I'm going to need you to do this. Set allow PvP with no one. Make sure this is not set to anyone. If this is set to anyone, what that means is anyone has free game to take you out. And if you're just beginning, you're gonna lose a bunch of stuff. And if you're further away from where you're supposed to be at, it's gonna take a long time for you to get there. So make sure you change this from anyone to no one. Now that that's out of the way, let's hop out of the ship and explain to you your specific settings. So if you go to your quick menu, you're gonna find out already that you have a specific multi-tool. Now, if you have more than one, you have one specifically for damage, and this is what it's going to look like when you have it fully decked out. Now, you won't have some of these at the beginning, but what you're going to want to do is you're going to shoot for specific ones that have, or not have, you're going to want to upgrade, excuse me, you're going to want to upgrade it so that it has a combat scope, along with weapons that do damage, like a paralysis mortar, a P-filled compressor, along with a, not a cosmic beam, a pulse spitter. The pulse spitter is the one that's going to do the damage for me in this round. And the things that you are going to shoot are things like horrors, which are these little alien-like things that come out of the ground once you're at an abandoned site. And we have sentinels. The ones in red, not the one in blue, that's our friend. Yeah, these things right here, they will shoot at you if you're on a very aggressive planet. On your HUD, you're going to see over on the upper right, you're going to see paralysis mortar is already set. And also neutron cannon is there. We don't want neutron cannon, and we don't want mining beam. What we want is pulse spitter. Yes, you are going to need ammo. I'm going to show you where that is. You're going to go back to your exosuit in this very, very unorganized cargo bay. You're going to go at cargo area. You're going to see projectile ammunition. Once you have this or enough of it, let's go ahead and make some more. You can do that by craft more by pressing E. Sweet, now we have 9,999 of it. There is a storm coming, so this might look a little bit mashed up, but what we're going to do is going to go ahead and start shooting these guys until they explode. And now we have a little bit of a prize, a salvage glass. We can go ahead and use that and extract it later for either an upgrade or maybe for something else we can sell later on down the line. Now they're going to keep shooting at me, I'm just going to shoot at them. There is an upgrade where you do have a shield that can be used instead of a paralysis mortar, but I prefer using a paralysis mortar and then wiping them out while they're, well, paralyzed. Okay, here comes the combat units. In this little group right here, you're going to see that one right there that's going off to the right. That's a healer, that's a spawner, and those are its tanks. You're going to want to take out this one right there real quick. That way nothing else can spawn, no tanks, no healers. Take out the healers next. Now let's talk about your crosshair. You're going to shoot again. You can see where it's like the little, I don't even know what to call them, the little cones are coming in and out on all directions, or all four directions there. That means you have a good solid shot. So once you see in the crosshair, I'm too far away, I can't shoot. I'll try to shoot them one time. Now let them know they're dead right there in the middle of the target, so I can just go ahead and hit them as is. And then rinse and repeat this kind of step, and that's combat in a nutshell for you there. Now let's go ahead and take this up to the skies. But there are some things I want to point out in a dogfight that you should and shouldn't do. One, what you don't want to do too much is spend a lot of time with this arrow. These ships are going to be faster than you. What you want to do is you want to take your time, see where they're coming in at. And for those of you who have Starship combat auto follow, I'm going to speak when I'm not shooting. Those of you who are going to have Starship combat auto follow enabled by default, all you have to do on mouse and keyboard, I'm getting shot up here, you're going to press the right click button. That'll have you line up with your actual target, and all you do is shoot, and it's kind of like almost an auto target, but not really. It kind of helps you out as you're flying. Once you line up and connect, it should be relatively easy for you, even if you have photon cannon and rockets. That'll eventually explode. Now you do see other ships next to me. Those are my wingmen. Sometimes they get in the way. You're probably not going to want them there. So if they are there and they are getting in your way, what you're going to want to do is press your quick menu, go over to this tab right here, dismiss squadron, and you can dismiss your squadron. If you feel you're getting bludgeoned a little too much, you can go ahead and bring it back the same way. Since there's only one now, we can go ahead and focus on it. As it may seem I'm getting lit up here, it's fine. The ship is upgraded enough to the point where it can take a few hits. And it's also powerful enough to take him down. Now, if you do this enough times with the ships in space, with the sentinels at least, you'll have a dreadnought come out and you can destroy that thing and get one of these things that's called an... Where is it? It's right... No, it's in the exosuit. This thing right here, a dreadnought AI fragment. Which kind of leads you to getting your own sentinel ship that you can fly yourself. Now, there are also pirates that kind of falls under the same thing, where they will attack you. You'll have to dogfight them for a little bit. And once that's over, you are rewarded with something. What in particular, I don't know. Let's say you get into one of these kind of tips and you need to quickly escape because you can't necessarily shoot at them too well. If you have your freighter nearby, you can fly towards it before your shield goes down. If you do have something for your shield, go towards it on this quick menu in the battery where it says deflector shield. Go ahead and select that, and that will refill your shield if you have batteries or if you have any sodium. You just fly right into here. Oops. And then you'll land, and that will actually cancel out the sentinels that are there. Now, you don't have to have a freighter to do this. You can do this in another freighter that happens to be nearby. And once you have that task done and you flew away from the sentinels, okay, you're safe. That's all you really need to do. And that, everyone, is combat in a nutshell. The next episode is going to teach you about currency, and that should be the last episode of this guide. Thank you for watching. This is Azarath. Go beyond, traveler.